Hello and welcome to this episode, this day of 100 Days of Magic. I'm having some technical difficulties at this moment, so I'm not sure you can hear me, but actually, I know you can hear me. If you can hear me, please say something in the little chat window and that. Yes, hello, Boris. So I'm really sorry that the things are not quite set up the way I usually like them to be, but if you can hear me, it's good enough for Facebook. Hello, we are going to be talking about intentions that work today. So, let you have a few minutes to get settled in. For those of you who don't know me, I am Donna Woodwell. I am the proprietress of our Crossroads of Magic and Mastery and the owner of the School of Magic and Mastery. And I'm holding open this space for all of you who want to dive in and learn how to bring a little bit extra sparkle to your day to day life. Doing it with grace, with creativity, and even more, sharing it with everyone around us. Letting the bell ring, so to speak, because I really do believe the world could use all the magic it can get right now. We are stuck in some very set ways, and we need to think outside the box. And let's face it, what is more magical than being outside the box? So, today we are going to be talking about intentions that work. I love thinking about things in as simplest terms as possible. So, I will give you an acronym that you can remember to check in with each one of the intentions that you make to see if it fits the standards. And I'm going to call it the S.N.A.P standard. And that's cool. All right, so intentions that work are one, simple. They are simple. They are not, oh, I want a new pony and I want a car and I want everybody to like me and I want. It is not a laundry list of all the things you would like to have in your life. That's not one intention when you're doing magic. That's like 50,000 intentions when you're doing magic. Remember the first thing we said yesterday? An intention is like a laser beam. It is not a sprinkler system throwing up water everywhere. So it requires it to be cast in as simple terms as possible. That's the S in S.N.A.P. So the N in S.N.A.P is necessary. When I say necessary, I mean the essentials of a situation. What is needed to align with your soul purpose. And this is where we get to asking ourselves, all right, I need to pay the bills. That's an essential thing. I don't need to be specific about, oh, I must have $70,000 when my bills are $7,000. No, that's not to the essentials of things. So when we talk about necessary, ask for what you need for the situation that you are in, and you will get faster results. Also, necessary is about what you need, not what you think you have to have in order to fix the problem. Because what you need is to say, pay the bills. You don't necessarily need, there are other ways to pay the bills than having a big chunk of change fall in your lap. Someone else could pay them off for you. There could be other possibilities that you don't want to close off. So focus on what is necessary for the situation. That's the N. Achievable. That's for the A in S.N.A.P. So when you're making your requests for magic or for your life in general, try to stick to things that can realistically happen within the time frame you would like to see your magic manifest. I sometimes think of my magical assistant as like Baby Groot from the Marvel comics. Baby Groot, there's a great scene in one of the movies where the raccoon is saying, go do this, and he comes back with something that's totally wrong. He's like, no, that's not what I wanted. And it goes back again, and every time he has this look on his face when he's bringing something back of hope. Is this what you asked for? did this work? And yet it's always not what the raccoon had in mind. So when we say achievable, if you're going to go and try to like do magic to sprout wings and fly around the room, you know, one of two things is going to happen. Well, three things: nothing, or you are going to simply demonstrate to yourself that magic wasn't going to work because you have asked for something totally unrealistic, or the universe is going to play with you and someone's going to show up and like hand you like a little pilot pin with wings on it as like, well, I tried. this is kind of in the right direction, and you will have to laugh at yourself and this whole process. So that's the achievable. You know, try to write your intentions about things that are possible given the circumstances of your life. You don't want to limit yourself. You don't want to reduce what's available, but you don't want to get so crazy that it's just not even a thing. Where did you get that from? And finally, positive. Positive meaning ask for what you are trying to create, not what you don't want. Because our subconscious self, our spiritual helpers find it much easier to work with things that are, as they say, formatted in the positive terms. I would like, I need, I want a car that will drive me around the city is positive. I don't want to get stranded by the side of the road is negative, because you're saying what you don't want. You're not saying what you do want. So get back to the S.N.A.P model. S.N.A.P is simple, necessary, achievable, and positive. So the highest chance of, when you're doing magic, for your intentions to be able to manifest cleanly is when you make them simple and direct. When you're crafting them, using words like, don't worry about using words like need or will or which tense it's in. That's polishing it up after it's done. We're just working on what you are intending to create in the world. I want to create a sustainable business that lets me manifest my craft. I want a fulfilling relationship where I feel respected and heard. I want a house that is located in a place nearby my parents so I can provide for their needs. Whatever, just simple, direct, and as basic as you can get. Because if it's simple and direct and one thing, then you can build the rest of the spell around it using your astrological helpers, using your totem allies, using your awareness of the pattern of correspondences used by the universe. And you know how to act in accordance with what you are trying to create because you have a really clear image of what it is. When your intentions are based on this S.N.A.P mode, sometimes they can be so clear you don't even need the other perfect timing, spell accoutrements, stones, herbs, candles. You don't even need all that because you were so clear your natural abilities to manifest things could carry it into fruition. Okay? So that is the essence of what makes intentions that work. Tomorrow we're going to talk about yes, but, which is all the things that make intentions not work. And the following day we're going to talk about the ethics of magic, which is things that you might want to consider in your process of doing intentions, which is why I'm telling you right now, Then I'm not going to talk about those things today. I just want you to focus on the basics. An intention is a clear statement that provides you a magical goal or purpose. As I said yesterday, intentions can be as broad as a lifetime or as narrow as the next hour, and everything in between. But they should follow the S.N.A.P principles, which are simple, necessary, achievable, and positive. If you can form them in those 4 things, you're going to have a higher chance of making it manifest in the world. And if this sounds like all kinds of intention setting and goal setting that you might do for other things, yes, it is. There is no line between the whole productivity, manifesting your desires industry and magic. The only difference is where they fit on the scale. And perhaps in magic, we are much more likely to embrace deeper and deeper levels of our psyche. You know, people in the productivity movement are learning how to use their subconscious. They're learning how to phrase things. They're learning how to use walking on the edge of the laws of attraction when it comes to making things manifest. You know, in magic, we are over that edge. And we're like, okay, we live in a symbolic cosmos. Why not use the fact that we live in a symbolic cosmos to make all of the stuff we want to create happen faster? Why not use the rules of the game? Okay? All right. Does anybody have any questions about the S.N.A.P method or anything else that we have spoken about in these lessons on intentions? While all of you are typing, hello everyone. We have Pat and Leslie and Claudia and Mary and Boris. Woohoo! People are here. So exciting. While people are typing, if they have any questions, just to remind you, this group, the Crossroads of Magic and Mastery, is here for anyone who wants to deepen their practice of magic in all of its many forms, whether that is astrology or tarot or casting spells or creating rituals or doing divination or whatever you do that taps into that deeper or higher multidimensional reality in order to bring more spirit into the world. You are more than welcome here. And for those of you who are creating content along these lines, feel free to share what you are creating here. It is my privilege to be able to hold open a space for anyone who wants to help the group of us find more and creative ways to bring in spirit. Because as I say all the time, Lord knows the universe, the cosmos, and especially our little planet Earth needs all the help it can get right now. Okay? So I don't see any questions, which means I will wrap things up for the day. Remember, tomorrow we're going to be talking about yes, but, and the day after that, we're going to be talking about the ethics of magic. Got any questions that come up? You can always post them underneath this video, and I will get to them when I check back into Facebook over the next day or so. All right? Take care, everyone. It was good to see you, and I look forward to continuing our conversation.